fried chicken, love, substances. Colonel Sanders is indeed someone the world loves, but have you ever asked why? He brought us fried chicken, and he bestows his grandfatherly presence upon every inbred town off the freeway that ever needed sustenance. The fruits of the Colonel's entrepreneurial loins dominate from sea to shining sea. That's why today I will venture into the heart of not only this dating sim, but also an actual, real-life Kentucky fried chicken restaurant. At the core of this finger-licking romance is a secret ingredient hidden from view. You could even say it's a secret. Today I, Grant of Treesicle, will ascertain this knowledge and bring it forth to the tens of thousands of minds connected with me through cyberspace. Gentle viewer, there is much going on behind the scenes of I Love You, Colonel Sanders. It transcends culture, morality, and the time-space continuum. Join me. This is the story of substantial substance moved by passion, of beauty and wisdom intertwined to mold perfection. This is the story of I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. The story you never knew. Whoa, come on! We begin at home on a bright, beautiful day that's light tickles our retinas through the window. What shall we name ourselves? Chicken Slut. I will do anything for fried chicken. It is my vice and my passion. That's why, faithful viewer, I will bring to you the secret ingredient within it. It is our first day at culinary school, and we've got to wake up. Easy enough. But then our rivals are at school, and one of them is thick. But oh, class starts, our teacher is a dog, and then the Colonel walks in, exuding an aura that proves without words he is gorgeous and wise and not the Hot Pocket joke guy. We will make him ours. Indeed, we get lost in conversation with the Colonel of Foul Pieces, only to try some of his hot fried chicken. It sends us into a transcendental state of consciousness where a galaxy spirals and novel thoughts rush through our mind at light speed. We focus intensely on the moment so as to ascertain the secret ingredient that tickles our taste buds. Not long after, the ingredient comes to us. But wait! It's whited out. Our character in the game acts like they know what it is, yet our eyeballs that watch from outside the computer monitor simply cannot see the information. Our vision ends. We're brought back to normal waking reality only to ask the Colonel what was really on that finger-licking chicken in hopes that it is that slab of white that still eludes our understanding. Using our charm and wit, we ultimately confirm what we believe to be true, but it does not solve the mystery of what is that white rectangle. In this conversation, Mr. Sanders also reveals to us his lofty plans to create a fried chicken business. Nay, a fried chicken empire. His ambition is wooing and his charisma is irresistible. All of this is backed up by the obvious fact that Colonel Sanders is truly passionate about food and famous bowls. Everything he dreams of is built on the foundation of his culinary sparkle. One of our thick rivals tries her best to steal the Colonel's attention from us, but she's a fake bitch, so it doesn't work. Anyway, throughout our journey through this 3-day culinary school, we grow closer and closer to our budding entrepreneur. Gravy drips from our thighs, and of course, time and time again, we fall into that transcendental state of consciousness that we first got a taste of when we first mouthed that crispy, crunchy zest that I'm such a slut for. I will do anything for fried chicken. Sometimes I ask myself why. The answer began to form in my mind, but had not yet solidified enough to be utterable with language. I had to keep going. I knew my passionate desire for deep-fried fowl had something to do with the secret ingredient. If I could journey deep enough into my own mind and into this dating sim created from the depthless pockets of a large corporation, I could reveal the culinary truth that made the Colonel millions. Life moves forward. We get our hand caught in a mixer, and our obsession with the Sultan of Salted Burbs makes us lose a cooking competition. We are ashamed. But the Colonel gives us a pep talk and asks, "Do you really think I haven't failed at anything?" Of course, even this hunksicle of a man is not perfect. Why should I expect myself to be? If I'm to make my way through this journey, I've got to be easier on myself. We go back to his house and poke around at various objects to learn more about the Colonel. He has pictures of himself hanging on the walls. Even he knows his greatness. In some, he's an old man despite being young and supple IRL, implying he has evolved beyond human limitations of aging. Incredible. Mayhaps it is the all-white meat and potato wedge diet. A strong, batter-fried bond between us begins to form. We stay the night, and the next morning, Colonel Sanders whips up a breakfast of fried chicken and biscuits. "What are you trying to make me start my day with a nap?" I mean, such luxury. My carnal urges for food from a fryer overtake my conscious mind, and we eat. Thanks, Colonel. The last day of culinary school begins, and there is a final nerve-wracking competition overseen by our teacher dog. By our powers combined with the Colonel's fried chicken, we present a dish that would make even this neutered canine cream its proverbial pantaloons. Fried chicken and mac and cheese, suck it! The day is saved, and there's a dance to end the 3-day school year. We do-si-do with Hunksicle McFuture Millionaire and then adopt a monster made of sporks. And yet, the secret ingredient has not been revealed. But this dating sim had within it information I could use to unlock the answer. Many have tried to ascertain the secret ingredient via lab testing or similar probings of material reality. However, recall that the vision which brought us to the macrocosm of the universe where the secret ingredient revealed itself happened not from the calculated picking apart of matter under a microscope, but rather within the infinite depths of the human mind. It was time to experience Kentucky Fried Chicken IRL. Unhindered by shame, I ate as any slut would. My orifices were the Colonel's playground, and I simply could not please him fast enough. The chicken, the gravy, the mashed potatoes, all of it entered into my being, and yet I had no visions. Something was wrong. Was I Love You, Colonel Sanders alive?
You know this is Popeyes, right?
I had to go deeper. I bought more mashed potatoes and gravy, mac and cheese, and chicken, and distilled them into a mixture that would up the dosage to levels that surely would rocket me well beyond normal waking reality. The Kaikion had been brewed, and like those who sought wisdom from the Oracle of Delphi, I drank the concoction and stumbled shakily as my mind and body separated from each other. My arteries shooketh as the universe revealed itself to me, and galaxies spiraled across time which far exceeded human lifespans. It was the place from the game. My consciousness had been taken to a scale of reality that only the mind of God is supposed to encompass. It was here the secret ingredient would surely reveal itself as more than a mere white rectangle. What was it? Like the lover and father figure he is, Ryan opened the mouth of my motionless body and pressed one last piece of fried chicken against my tongue so that my being could analyze every molecule that caressed my taste buds. Salt, oregano, thyme, paprika, basil. All of these were interesting, but none were profound enough to make possible my insatiable lust that brought me to where I am now. Then, something happened. I felt as though every neuron in my brain was firing in perfect synchronicity. Clarity overwhelmed me as my intellect tried its damnedest to articulate into language the truths that flowed through my mind's eye. It was on the tip of my tongue. Not only the purpose of being, the origin of creation, but also the secret ingredient. I first experienced the zenith of the universe during I Love You, Colonel Sanders, and now it was happening in the most real of realities. Transcendental information is what I'm about to tell you. However, I am hesitant to tell you what this information is, for I fear the wrath of the yellow dollar sign. So I will tell you in roundabout ways that will get the message across. The Aztecs called it the food of the gods, the Greeks called it the kykeon and made it from ergot fungus. There exist in this world compounds that send the human mind to places that probe deeply into the subconscious and allow consciousness to interface virtually unfiltered with the universe itself. Kentucky Fried Chicken, a corporation that dared to put a fraction of their fortune into a dating sim, has embraced the revolution that Denver, Colorado, Oakland, California, and Amsterdam, Netherlands have brought into its infancy. It is chemical romance. My chemical romance. And after 3 double downs, which is in fact a sex-tuple down, I am not okay. I promise. I am enlightened. That's the story of I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. The story you never knew. And that's my take on romancing the Colonel. I'd recommend one of his famous bowls and filling it with mac and cheese and then putting it in a hypodermic needle and, well, anyway, I'm Grant. Since you made it this far, I love you. Speaking of love, thanks to Phantom Socks for being a patron. You're doing your part to help us all achieve higher consciousness. Speaking of which, gentle viewer, check out Goose, the story you never knew, for life lessons that will help you transcend further. That's all I've got for today. See you next time. Bye!